Hello everyone, this is Mr. Rodip and in this video I am going to solve another LeetCode question. This is encode and decode strings. As you can see, we are now going to solve in the LeetCode website because it's a premium question, and for that you need your money to spend in that subscription. Instead of what we are doing that we are solving this question over LeetCode, which is available for free. You can solve here for free. I will just paste the link in the description for this problem. You can definitely go there and solve it. And let's understand this question. Let's understand what the question says to us. So, encode and decode strings. Okay, you are given with the array of containing multiple strings. Okay, you are given with an array containing multiple strings. Here, LeetCode love you. Okay, this there are 4 strings in total, and there are 2 functions given. So, you have to implement the encode function and the decode function. So, how to implement, and first of all what are they? What are those functions? Okay, what is encode function and what is decode function? So, the purpose of the encode function is to convert all the strings into a single string. Okay, the convert every string in the array into one single string. For example, here need code love you. So, we will be converting the 4 strings into one string, and this is the purpose of the encode function. And what will the decode function do? The decode function will again reconvert the one string into and split into 4 strings again. Okay. So, it will decode the one string and split into 4 strings, 4 respectable strings. So, LeetCode love you again as a single string will be converted to the respective strings. Okay. For example, okay. So, one second, give me 1 second, let me turn on my OneNote. So, for example, let us just see things for yourself. LeetCode love you. Okay. So, this is one string, and this is one array actually. This array contains 4 strings, and what will the encode function do? Encode function will convert the 4 strings into one string, need somehow. Okay. And decode function will reconvert this one string into respective into this input array. So, how will you do? How will you do the code? How will you first before coding? Let's discuss what will be the logic. What will be the logic of encoding the string into one string? Okay, you will say, Sordip, what if we just concatenate all the strings? But then let me say the following, that there will be a problem. When you want to decode it, you can't decode it because you have just concatenated every string. You have just concatenated them and just written like one string. How will you decode? How will you know that there was a comma, it's a splitting factor? How will you know that? How will you know that to split here? Okay. So, to there may be another thing. So, what if we add a delimiter? What do you mean by delimiter? Delimiter is just a symbol. You can take plus for example, or some space or alpha or hash. For now we are taking hash. Okay. So, you added hash as a delimiter. For example, you created the string out of this array. You created out of this input array containing 4 strings, you created one single string using concatenating using hash as the delimiter. LeetCode love you. This one string, you created this and you are going to decode it. Okay. So, when you find hash, and then this is the decode one. So, decode when you find a hash. So, you will be incrementing this, storing in one string, and when you find hash, you will be returning, you will be pushing into an array, and again you will be starting from this, and this is one string. When you find this, this is one string, and will be taking this whole string and pushing this into an array, and you will be doing the same for this and same for this also. But in this approach there is a problem. What is the problem? The problem is, if the word itself contains the delimiter. What do I mean by that? If the word need contains the delimiter, what will you do? Okay, this is my word. This is my word in the input string. For example, instead of e, I have hash. What will you do? Okay, for example, let us see, hash. This is the input string. Hash. This is another input string. Dot, dot. Okay, so you concat them using hash, another hash. Okay. But when you are going to split it up into respective strings and then push it into the final array, it will be a problem, because this, there will be 4 strings out of these 2 strings, and this is not you want, this is not what you want. Instead of that, so how can we solve the problem? You will tell me. So, to solve the problem, there can be another better approach, is to use numbers. Why numbers? Because see, if somehow we include numbers somewhere, telling that this 4, say for example, if I add the number 4 in before this and tell that when you got this number 4, the next 4 letters will be one string. Okay. And you do it like this, 4 and then again 4, and when you split it up, when you find a number, you will just take this number and see there is 4. Okay, there will be counter, and you will be counting each character and forming a string and splitting it up. And okay, and again when you find after the 4 is over, after you have stored the whole string, and then the 4 is over, and then you take another 4. Okay, take this number 4 and then 4, take on this consider this 4 letters and split it up then again. Okay, but there is another problem. What should I say, what if the number, what if the string itself contains the number 4 or some other numbers? There will be a problem. What I am saying that, so for example, instead of any hasty, okay, there is this number, this is this string in the input. What is that string in the input? For example, 4 next. This is the string in the input. Okay, along with, for example, so when you just combine them, there will be a problem. What will be the problem? The problem is, as you can imagine, it will be 4. So, there will be 54, as there are 5 characters, and this is a problem. And then again 4, 45 code. And when you find a number, when you find numbers actually, because you have to consider 2 digits, because the word can be of 2, of the word length can be of 2 digits. If you have a word of 10 letters, what will you do? You have to add 2 digits. No, that is why you are adding, you are considering 2 digits 54, and you will be running a counter. It will be going and will passing this word, and again and then it will going like this, and there will be an error, because it does not out of bound error. Okay. So, what if, so what now, what will we do, how to solve this problem? So, there is a, so what if I say, what if we combine the both approaches? What do I mean by that? What if I combine the hash along with the numbers? Okay, we are actually combining hash with number. this is when the interesting thing takes place. This is what the logic is. Let us see how, for example, how we are going to do it. Need code love you. Okay, this is the input array containing strings, and when inside the encode function, this will be transformed into one string. How it will be done? Let us see. Okay, by using combined approaches. For example, if we add 4 derived from the length of the need word and then a hash. But if we do this, we can do this and then a delimiter after that. So, what this delimiter? Why this delimiter? Delimiter. Why this delimiter? Because it tells basically what it does. It tells that the number has ended. Tells that the number has ended. Okay, 4. What if there is 4? Okay, then hash means it is the start of the word or the number has ended. So, we will be taking into another string and another character or string and converting into a number, and we are getting the 4, and then after hash we have got hash, and then the next character we know for sure that there will be 4 characters because we have seen it here. So, we will be traversing 4 times, and then again for splitting case, again for merging we will be transforming code, there is 4 length and then hash and then code and then 4 hash love 3 hash u. So, this is the encode function. So, what was the decode I was talking about? We will be decoding by seeing whether there is a number or not, and if there is a number, so how many digits the number is. For example, there may be 5, it will just run, there will be a loop kind of thing which will store the number by iterating until the hash has been found. Until the hash has been found, before all that the numbers the strings will be converted to numbers, and we will be knowing for sure that there are 4 characters after the delimiter has been found. There are 4 characters, and after the hash there are 4 characters, after the hash there are 3 characters. Likewise, it will work. It will work like that. Okay. So, you understood it. So, understood the logic, how we will be encoding the array and then decoding it using a combined approach of delimiter along with numbers first, then delimiter. Okay. We are actually basically marrying numbers with delimiters, and that is what our approach is, a wedding of numbers and delimiter. Okay, now let us, without wasting any time, now let us jump into the code and see for ourselves if we can do it or not, or if we can code it up or not. Let us see. Okay, this is our code for the problem. How we are doing this? We are implementing the encode and decode function. In encode function, we are taking the input string and then converting input array and then converting into a resultant string. How we are converting it? We are just taking each element of the input string and then calculating the size and then converting to string with adding hash as we have discussed along with the word itself, and then we are forming like this. We are getting, what should I say? Yeah, we are getting 4 hash net. We are getting that 4 hash net, and then we are returning the result of the total string and then we are returning the result. After that, in the decode function, we are getting that input string. Okay. So, what we have encoded here, we are taking that string here and putting it here, and then we are decoding it. How we are doing it? How we are decoding it? We are basically taking this S, and then we are using I to inside the for while loop to traverse. So, we are traversing using I, and then each time we are taking j equal to I. Okay, j is same as I for now, and then j is traversing, j is traversing on its own. Okay, I is first in 4, okay. So I is at 0, j is at 0, j is traversing on its own until it finds hash. For example, there are many numbers 42, 43, it will traverse until it find hash. So it will be including 42 if it is there. For now it is 4 and we are taking that number out and then we are converting into that integer and we are getting the integer and storing it in length each, length of each word, and then we are incrementing I based out of j. Okay, so we are putting I here n in n, and then after that we are converting string word. We are getting the word. How we are getting it? From this 4 number. From this number we are getting the word, and then we are putting the substring. We are getting the substring here using this. We are getting the substring, and then after we got the substring, we are putting the substring inside words, and then we are pushing that string into the answer array, and then we are incrementing according to the length, so that we can move into this, okay, into this index 6. So so this is our code. You can go through this code and write it on your own. Okay. So for now this video is up to this. Hope you like this type of content. If you like this, kindly click on the like button, and if you want to see more content like this, subscribe our channel. We will be trying our best to improve our quality. If you want to give your valuable feedback, we will be much appreciated of that. So please put down your feedback over the comments. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.